Welcome back to Shib Planet, everyone. This is Ace. I just wanted to give you a quick market update. In case you haven't noticed, the entire crypto market is moving into bullish territory at the present moment. Let's have a quick look at Shib. Okay. As you can see, we've just broken the 8 barrier. I've been monitoring this for the past just over 24 hours, and if you know, we were trading at about on the high 6,000 Satoshi unit mark, and we have been able to put on at least 2,000 units within the past 24 hours. That's a massive 26% jump, which is quite good. So as you can see, this is where it's currently trading at 8,336 Satoshi units, and it's been quite interesting. I've been watching the price rally. Oh, see, it's gone up again just to 8.4. I've been watching the price rally between 6 and 7 and back to 6 again, and then gradually all the way up until here. So I don't usually do market updates, but it's always good to report news as it's happening. Now, you may be asking, why is this happening and why now? Well, first of all, let's head to the open market just so we can have a look at that. Okay, so this is the open market. As you can see, the market leaders are Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're leading the pack. And most of the market has been ignited primarily by then. Bitcoin, as you know, has been on an upward trend for the past week, and Ethereum has recently, over here, it's trading at 3170. It's recently had the hard fork go live, which is essentially an upgrade to Ethereum's mainnet, and it's part of their eventual upgrade to Ethereum 2.0, which is going to come at some point in the future. Now, part of this upgrade, if you know, it introduced transactional burns, and this has the effect of deflationary pressure, and which to an otherwise inflationary coin. And this has contributed partly to its price increase. But most importantly, the action between these two has given confidence to the overall market, and this is often what I try and say in some of my videos. So allow me to illustrate. This here is the fear and greed index. It's basically a visual representation of the level of fear and confidence which the market has towards cryptocurrency in general. It's quite a smart feature, and it's interesting to monitor. Basically, those who run this, they get their data from different sources and they sum it all up into a simple indicator which tells you how the market is feeling. If you scroll to the top here, it says each day we analyze emotions and sentiments from different sources and crunch them into one simple number, the fear and greed index for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Um, so it sort of gives you an indication to how the market is feeling. So currently we're at about 74. If you've been monitoring this for a while, you'd know that it's been in the red area for quite some time. And recently Bitcoin, since it passed 40K not long ago, it's began creeping into the yellow zone. I was monitoring this last night and it was around 69, which was just in the into the green zone, and clearly now it's gone up again, and this is quite an accurate depiction of what's going on in the market right now. Many people are buying cryptos, and the cryptos in particular which they feel are going up. Even me myself, I had a quick scan and I increased my position in some other altcoins. It's quite funny. What bull runs have, they have an interesting psychological effect, which produces FOMO, I guess. And even if you scroll to the bottom, it tells you some of their purposes of this indicator here. It says crypto market. The crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in FOMO, fear of missing out. Also, people often sell their coins in irrational reaction when of seeing red numbers. Without a fear and greed index, we try to save you from your own emotional overreactions, and there are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear, basically, it can be a sign that investors are too worried, um, and it could be a buying opportunity. That's actually, if you watch Your Pop's videos, he actually mentions, um, if you're a diamond hander, typically when you see it in the red, those are usually good good times to buy, and when it's in the green, it's usually good times to hold, which is counterintuitive. But anyway, let me just carry on with the video. So to get back to the main topic, I'm quite comfortable with my current investment in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Let's just see where we're touching at right now. We have jumped up to 37. We were around 40 something for a while. Actually, I think I need to refresh this. We might be a bit higher. Okay, cool. So here we are. We're at 37. We've packed on a lot of muscle. We are now at a market cap of 3.2 billion, and it keeps rising. In fact, I find that for those of us who increased our positions during the red days when there were sixes, when it gets into green days like this, it's quite a validation. And look at the difference between Shiba Inu and its other close competitors here. I'm going to touch into that shortly. Can you see in 24 hours, we're up 28%, 30% in the past 7 days, and you can see visually in comparison to the others. So that's a measure of the confidence which the people have in Shiba Inu, and I'm just going to really break that down shortly. So let me see. So what does this mean for SHIB? Well, to be honest, SHIB's recent growth can be, let me just go to SHIB. SHIB's recent growth, it can be partly attributed to a recent Coinbase custody listing. Tokens typically when tokens get listed on Coinbase custody, you won't see spikes right away. As you know, we were listed on Coinbase custody some days ago, and because there are not a lot of users who use Coinbase custody as in comparison to on Coinbase regular or Coinbase Pro, but Coinbase custody, it has big institutional investors and they only transact at a minimum of, I think, about $10 million. So if you look at this week's chart, I'm just going to go to, this is the SHIB chart. You'll see some sharp single green spikes. This is the day chart. I think I'll just zoom in, some sharp single green spikes, and which probably suggests that those were large institutional purchases from a single wallet address. And do you know what? To verify my hunch, I checked the Etherscan and I found the wallet addresses which had the largest purchases, and I was able to do an analysis. So basically, with this, you're able to go to Etherscan and scan through some of these, and you can even look at some of the wallet addresses. So I did all the hard work for you guys, and you wouldn't believe what I found. So what I'm going to show you, this is one of the wallet addresses. I'm going to hide their wallet address, but if you use dbank.com, you can actually have a look at some of the wallet addresses. So this is one of them. This is a wallet address, most probably from an institutional investor with 100 million in their wallet. Now, how you can tell it's an institutional investor, most of their assets currently are on Ethereum. So a big giveaway is, first of all, usually Ethereum is a big portion of their balance. Anyone who's invested in cryptocurrency, Ethereum is the number 2 asset next to Bitcoin, and that typically means that Ethereum has a lot of room to grow, because if you know Ethereum, it's got a lot more technology and potential in it than Bitcoin does. So it's actually quite an obvious sort of thing for people to invest in Ethereum. Anyway, how also you can tell that it's an institutional investor, they have stable coins on their top bit here. So basically, that means whenever they have gains, whenever you see the market fall, in general, those gains would get locked in here. They get locked in these stable coins, because stable coins are always $1. And incidentally, Shiba Inu is also coming out with some stable coins. So that's gives you sort of an indication that the mindset which some of the developers have, it's actually a lot bigger than what most people are thinking. So if you scroll down here, you're going to find this is Shiba Inu. So they have 600 million in SHIB, And this purchase was made within the past couple of days. I think they made two purchases of about half of this amount, so that contributed to the spike. So what you should know is institutional investors, when they make these decisions to purchase cryptocurrencies, they don't make it arbitrarily. Um, for them, they wait for what they would consider a safe way to purchase, and one of those is the recent listing on Coinbase custody. And obviously, for things to go on Coinbase custody, they don't just put any random coin. Tokens which tend to go on there, they would have gone through rigorous testing, and they would have seen the potential, and they would have done a risk analysis. So it means a lot for investors to be putting their faith in SHIB. So I'll just carry on with that. So if you look, we actually on this person's portfolio, we actually ranked a lot higher than some other well-performing. Like, if you know, this is the number one DeFi protocol, um, platform, Aave. So they invested in SHIB heavier than they've invested in this one here in Aave. I've never known how to pronounce this. And if you look on some of the other investment, which they've had, it's quite interesting. And then I'll quickly jump on to another one here. So this one here I found really interesting. This is a $3 billion wallet. So this is definitely an institutional investor. And in the way which I look at things, you can tell it's definitely institutional because, once again, they have Ethereum at the top, and that's also an indication to you guys. If you guys, basically, oh, by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please consider my videos for information purposes only. Okay, cool. So we have here, they have Ethereum, and then they have stable coins. So if you see anyone with stable coins, that's a clear giveaway that this is an institutional type investor. This is where they lock their gains, and typically that's when the market goes down. But reason why I'm showing you this is it shows you that this is where people put their confidence. Let me just quickly scroll down and see where they have SHIB. Now this is a much bigger wallet with a lot of heavy investments. Look at that. They have 10 million in a number of investments. And look where they have put SHIB. They have 6 million invested in SHIB over the past couple of days. And that's over here. And what's interesting to note is, if you look at the other things which they invest in, basically they tend to look at things which have a lot of future potential, but I'll touch more on that a little later. And I think I did have a look at a couple of other wallet addresses, but that's just to give you an indication on on what's causing some of these here spikes. Okay, so what should you take away from this? What should you take from this? I find that whilst most people are busy complaining about how horrible Shiba Inu is, smart investors who have people on payroll who are paid to analyze the markets for assets with strong potential, they have been identifying what I've been trying to tell you guys all along. Please note that these organizations, these institutional investors, they don't just make arbitrary decisions on buying assets. They see the future potential. They see a token with strong growing community. They see a token with a strong growing community. They see a token which has leveraged the growth from a meme token into a legitimate contender. They see a token which has passed lengthy, rigorous audits and come out with flying colors. Speaking about the CertiK audits, when we came up with over 90% of a quality score, they see a team of developers who have literally built an entire decentralized exchange. Which pulled over $2 billion in TVL in about 24 hours. I could literally go on. So my question to you is, if big smart money can see that, why can't some of you? To be honest, I wasn't expecting to see this kind of activity until at least September or beyond, but I didn't anticipate the institutional investors. Anyway, most people are still wanting me to talk about burning, but there's so much more we could be talking about, guys. I just do it because it's such a requested topic. Don't get me wrong, burns are coming, but investors, to be honest, they are not investing because of burning. They're investing out of sheer potential. For example, If you look at, let's see, where's it gone again? If you look at, let me see, just give me a second. For example, um, if you look at the $3 billion wallet, which I was showing you, their number one investment after Ethereum is Axie, which is a huge NFT-based token, which is going to absolutely dominate. They see the potential and they invest accordingly. Now, Satoshi recently he soft introduced NFTs. He soft introduced NFTs in the recent Phase 2 announcement, and he said that this was one of his personal favorite projects. Can you see that the devs, they have an ear on the market too? And if a $3 billion investor has decided to put Shiba Inu on their portfolio, why are some of you calling it a scam? So I could honestly talk on for ages, but I know people don't have patience for depth. And my analytics generally show me that on average, most people don't even watch half of my videos, which is why I want to thank some of you who've made it this far. Please continue to share and like, because that's the best way we can spread the fire. Alt season is coming, and so are more videos. This is Ace. Peace.